This is called a window sash vent latch. And these latches often break. And the way they break, I'll show you how it's supposed to work. First of all, you're supposed to press up on this and it should pop out. And that prevents the window from opening too far. It's a security feature. But oftentimes these will break in the out position here. So when you push it back in, it won't latch in place. It'll just stay out, and I'll show you a broken one in a second here. So this is a latch that's broken here. As you can see, I can push it in all I want, and it's not going to latch. The little tab inside there is actually broken. So what I'm going to use is a chisel. You don't want any burrs on the end of the chisel, and honestly you don't want it to be the sharpest chisel on the planet. You want to take this flat side of the chisel here and put it flat against the side of the sash here, and you don't want to be chewing up the vinyl here, assuming you have vinyl windows. So the idea is you just want to get under the lip right there of this latch and kind of pry it out. And sometimes you need additional, like a screwdriver, to get it out. And there we go. That's one side. Now I have seen people do this with a pair of wire cutters as well. And now that we've got it that far out, I'm going to use a jeweler's screwdriver and see if I can get this tab here to push down. There's a tab on each side here, and if I can get this to push down, then it'll come out fairly easily. And of course, this one's being a bugger. Let me get some pliers. Okay, so I've got my Leatherman here, and I'm just going to pull it out that way. So there is the latch, and I'll show you this a little closer up. Nice thing about these is there's a clear window on the one side, so you can see exactly what's going on in there. Like I say, I'll be going over this a little bit in more detail in a second. So here's the new latch. As you can see, if I push up on here, it opens up. If I push back in, it closes. And all we need to do, these little tabs here, kind of grab the inside of the vinyl, and I'm just going to push this into place. Make sure you have the orientation the same as the other windows. And there we are. That's in place now. And if I push up, it comes out, push in, and it latches. Here's the side view of one of these things, and if you push in, obviously you can see it doesn't latch. There's a little latch mechanism right here, probably hard to see, that breaks off, and it's supposed to connect with this tab here. So when you push it right here, that tab should latch against there, and then the spring keeps it in tension. So I've tried actually 3D printing some replacement latches on my SLA printer, and I got the design down pretty good, but the latch itself, just the resin material just is too brittle, and it just breaks like these ones do. So the way you can fix this, if you don't care about this latch coming out, you can make a permanent fix so that it will always stay in. And the way I did that, where the spring is right there, I just moved the spring over to this edge here instead of where it normally is right in there. Now if you look at one of these things, this little plastic cover only has one tab on it here, and so if you want to open one of these up, all you have to do is pry apart, and of course now it's going to be a bugger because I'm trying to do this on camera, and I can do this with my chisel as well, being careful of course not to cut my fingers off in the process. There we go. Okay, so it pops right out, and you can take the spring out and move the spring into this position here. Helps to have some kind of a device to compress the spring. Come on. Let's try attacking it from the other angle here. Get in there, buddy. You can do it. I've done it before. There we go. Okay. So now, with that in place, you can put the cover back on like so, and just kind of force that spring down into position there. And now, of course, spring kind of bundled up here, but you get the idea. You can get this to behave and get back down in there. And then you've got this thing permanently down or in, and no way of it coming out. But that's the free way that you can repair one of these things if you don't care about the latch coming out. If you do want full functionality, then you're going to need to buy one of these. And if you just do a Google search under window vent latch, at least in the US, you will find a company called Swiss that sells these. And they're about $2 a piece plus shipping. It's less than that if you get 25 of them, or 50 of them, or 100 of them. I seriously doubt a homeowner's going to do that. But about $2 a piece plus shipping. I usually order them in lots of 10, and it's about 25 bucks, something like that, where I live in the US. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you so much. Take care.